do I really need to make records? What do I need to do? So I stopped making records for a minute and started doing publishing placements and stepped my game up all the way. I started doing catalog building now. It's a different world.
Break it down.
Okay, making records is about the artist to get into the hit and see what get to radio. Publishing is about building catalog and getting TV, film, commercial, placement. So I started moving so much. I got with Wendy Williams and became a part of the program, the music director program with Art in them up at the time. And I was doing all the music bags. So the publishing house had it all registered. So every time they talk, hey, we gotta do this and that, my beat is under it. And I'm making money. And I started thinking, wow, now I can make money just from making beats without an artist? I went stupid. It was nothing. I went from 15 beats a day to 25 beats a day. So when I started submitting files, I literally was submitting like 100 and something beats a week to these people.
This
is how I was going hard.
That's monster.
And that's why I say 60 or maybe 75% of the network playing stuff. Even to this day, that's why they can't let Annie Up go. Like, Annie Up plays in everything.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
anything
movie.
you see, that record will get placed.
Facts.
That's how much value that record got.
Now, how did that record come to be?
Okay, so let's want.
Yo, there's too much to talk about. I'm skipping full on Blaze. Like, wait, how did
you skip More Money with Nas and AZ? Like, that was my shit.
It's a lot of records.
Are you in the studio with them when they're recording these?
Yeah, I was in the studio. Yeah, especially More Money, More Murder. That was the most interesting session I ever seen Nas and AZ have.
How so?
Because they was listening to me. And it was real crazy because one of those dudes, he write, but he don't want to write in front of you. He want to go and do his thing over here.
Right.
He wants you to leave him alone and let him do his thing. And Nas the same way. Nas start rolling up and just sitting there, you know what I'm saying? And then he start writing. So everybody's like in their own little space. But I'm sitting there watching and I'm like, this session is kind of boring. So I go over there and just be like, yo, hey, what are you doing? And then A be like, yeah, I'm about to do such and such. And then I start dropping it. Yeah, but Nas said he gonna do this and he gonna do that. Hey, what? So A lean to the side and start writing a little harder. Yeah. I go over to Nas, Nas, what you doing over there? He like, hey, I'm doing this. And I said, yo, A over there, he getting it in. So now I'm creating friction.
You instigate.
Yeah, I'm instigating it.
Brownsville nigga shit.
So
Brownsville nigga
they literally battling in some sense, but for good. Not battling like who's better than other, but who could come with the illest verse at the moment for the song. And that's how More Money, More Murder came about.
That's my shit.
So when you hear the lyrical content of the song, you like, yo, these dudes is spilling out their pen game for real.
Yeah.
That's just because
DR period chose violence.
I started throwing sparks in the air, and no credit took it away from them. They already nice.
Yeah. Right.
But to be told that someone over there is doing something right, be a little better than you, man, that's gonna raise your levels.
My man instigated it.
And it was dope. It was dope.
He tried to
it was dope.
He tried to act like his friends is the reason he got kicked out of school. Nah,
it was DR period. He left out the fact all those niggas he put on, from MOP, Papoose, Smooth and Trig, they all from Saratoga, Brownsville niggas.
Yeah, Brownsville.
Saratoga.
So I created this Brownsville sound, and I called it ugly face music. Because every time my beats came on, everybody used to be like this.
Scrunch up.
So why everybody make that face every time they hear my music? I was like, that's that ugly music. So then I just started running with it. You know what I mean? And it was so crazy because the only people that didn't want to hear that was AZ and NAS. They didn't want that.
Right.
They was like, yo, your beats is dope. But man, we want to rhyme, man. We don't want to be yelling and screaming because they felt like every time they hear those kind of beats, they gotta get a lot of energy, but they was like, and then I realized
they're not those type of dudes.
They wasn't they was lyricists. They was ones that wanted to let the flow and the pen game ride. So I had to kind of go with the program, and then I start softening it up, bring the melodies up, pull back the drums, and then I found the niche. And then that's how it all started. Then A was like, yo, I'm doing another album. Come on, do another album. And then I can tell you another interesting story that bugged me out about the craziness. So here it is. A's on the album, I think album 3. So we had a place, A need a record, and I sent a record called Welcome Back, right? So A liked the beat, he did his thing, but I was told that, you know, he's not gonna use it. So he's like, yeah, we're not gonna use that, we're just gonna do something, so I had to give him some more music. So he wasn't gonna use it. Then another opportunity came, Onyx came around. So Onyx was like, yo, we want you on this new album we working with, you know, Back the Fuck Up Part 2. We want you on it because you got what we looking for. So I started giving them joy. Then I thought about that, Welcome Back. I said, yo, so if y'all coming back, then that Welcome Back, they ain't gonna use it and that ain't gonna happen. They went crazy. They call it Slam Harder. Onyx go bananas on this joint.
Right.
They had Queens. I ain't see so many people out there like that. They had everybody in this joint. So the record is a crazy record. Now the craziness, Onyx is scheduled to drop. AZ is scheduled to drop. A&Rs once again. Here they come with the bull. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're gonna put out Welcome Back as a skit from AZ at the same time while Onyx is pushing Slam on as the single. So I go to the label like, yo, why did y'all do that? Now I got Sticky on the phone. Yeah, man. And I'm like, yo, bro, it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Then I got A, yo, D, you ain't, yo, A, it ain't like that. But then come to find out, it's the A&R dude that made that call for A, which the beat supposed to have been sent back. A, like, I don't even know how that ended up on the album anyway.
So you didn't speak to A?
Right.
I didn't speak to A.
You didn't speak to Onyx and none of them?
I didn't speak to none of them. It just all happened to come out
and this is how that team shit happened.
And this will create friction with me and Onyx for a second, and then me and A for a second.
It make it look like you the bad guy.
When they found out that it wasn't my cause, like, yo, I don't press the records up, I don't put them out. And then one person ain't gonna use it, I'm gonna take the beat somewhere else and somebody else gonna use it, you know? In those days, you running for the check. Who's gonna use it, who's gonna whatever? But you know, one thing they did, and I kind of think why they did that way, people used to pay me in advance. I was that dude. You did give you a beat, you gave me a check. If you ain't give me the whole thing, you gave me half of it. And the half supposed to be when I lay it, or if I lay it, or if I don't, then we just move on to something else, give me something else, and that's still go towards.
But they take it as like a holding.
Yeah. So they took that as if they paid me, and then got the nerve to put me in a crazy zone with me, A, my peoples, me, Onyx, my people. You know, big shout out to Onyx, man. They was men about it. They were like, yeah, D, you know, we found out that these dudes were suckers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he found out that was a sucker move. So everybody looked at it like that and was like, nah, D ain't on it like that. So I got back in good standings with everybody, and we continue on doing business from that point on. But that's the madness of record labels. You got to know what you're getting yourself into, because they will do anything. Because at that point, all the labels was fighting to see who get the first numbers in the first week. That means they got to stab you just to make him look good. They're going to do